because he's been and my first college game.
And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
Now look at UCLA's starting lineup. They've got Campbell. Fresh is out there with Free, and it's Roberts in at the 5. Here's Roberts. Here's Campbell. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton, also coming out of Westwood.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their moment.
Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned. With UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell Westbrook, probably among the two highest profile former Bruins in the NBA today.
I think for the college basketball game, I think I have to do part 2.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Crawford with the steal. Drops in the breakaway lane. Crawford's got his first basket of the night.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Screen by Smith. Here's the screen. Here's Freak. He dishes it to Jones. UCLA grabs the miss. Here's Free. There's the pass to Fresh from downtown, and the shot is good. Fresh has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Freak. Free defending. Screen by Smith. Freak dishes to Jones. Here's the 3. That one goes. Count it. Jones has got 6 points.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Here's Johnson. Morris a screen. Inside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now here's Freak, covered by Starks. Knight passes to Freak. Lets it go with the 3. Martin with the rebound.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
So on the floor for UCLA, Johnson is out there with Looney. Then there's Starks. And it's Morris in at the 3. Now Johnson. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And it's Michigan with the rebound. Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum. Outstanding NBAer.
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
On the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at point guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Freak kicks to Jones. Smith left side. Crawford outside. Screen by Smith. There's Freak. Cans the 12-footer. Freak's got it all tied up now for the Wolverines. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Wolverines shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Catching up on the changes for Michigan, Taylor's checked in for Smith. Wright comes in for Ellis. And Flash is subbed in for Jones.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
It's Crawford on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Johnson. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really, Greg, just shows you the toughness and determination this man has. Impressive.
So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Johnson. Starks is out there with Porter. Then it's Thomas. And it's Morris in at the 3 spot. Now here's Freak, covered by Starks. And it's Freak missing. Freak's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Now, here is Starks. To the paint, here's Johnson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Both teams will make substitutions. He doesn't get the second one.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Now here's Freak. Free defending. Freak dishes to Smith. And out of bounds as the Bruins gain possession. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. 1:58 left here in the second half. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. With Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bruins?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big. Yeah, correct. That he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
And stolen by Freak. There's 1:26 left here in the second half of the game. Pass tonight to the middle. Here's Smith. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
The Wolverines making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. .115 left to play in the second half. And the basket by Free.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Wolverines.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition. So that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
There's 45 seconds left here in the second half of the game. It's stolen by Smith. There's Freak. Yes!
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Here's Looney. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on this shot. One free throw coming his way.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay